Pope died at 7:35 this morning, Monday, in Rome. And he was 88, as I mentioned. And people were shocked because of yesterday's Pope Mobile appearance. And he looked very clear-eyed as he walked around and greeted everybody, and they were ecstatic. I was in Vatican City, I think it was 81 on Easter Sunday. It's an amazing thing to be there. And the Pope spent 17 minutes with Vice President Vance and gave his children, his small children, some chocolate eggs, and they had a nice conversation. It was not intense. The Vice President said that the Pope invited him. It was the Pope's invitation. So I guess Vance was the last outsider, famous person, to talk with the Pope. And I'll be interested to hear what the Vice President has to say about that conversation. He's in India now, talking to Modi, the Indian president, about, the tariffs and all this stuff that's going on. All right, a little bit about the Pope. Jorge Mario Bergoglio, born in Flores, Argentina, right outside of Buenos Aires, became a Jesuit priest in 1969. The Jesuits are the intellectual wing of the Catholic Church. It is a liberal group now. Back then, not so much. The Jesuits were involved in a movie, The Exorcist, in the book. Okay. He was appointed cardinal in 2001 by Pope John Paul II. Now, in that time in Argentina, I was down there covering the Falklands War, so I saw it firsthand. It was ruled by a military junta coming off Juan Perón. There was no freedom there, really. It was a police state. And most of the people were poor, desperately poor, because the oligarchy in Argentina stole all the money. Very important for you to understand that. So what the cardinal saw, then subsequently the Pope, was massive poverty fueled by corruption. And he became a liberation theologian. And many, many Catholic priests who work in the third world are that. The problem that Jorge Mario had was that he put the blame on capitalism for the poverty, and that was wrong. There is an editorial in the Wall Street Journal stating that. It wasn't capitalism that were keeping the people poor, it was the corrupt administration, government in Argentina run by a guy named Galtieri when I was there. And you had to fear him. Galtieri would have you killed. And I don't think there were stories about, how the cardinal didn't do what he should have done. A bunch of bull. All right, so then he gets to be Pope and he comes on in. And 8 years ago, I almost to the day, I met him in a very brief conversation, but I was in his proximity for 2 hours. And I'm a reporter, and I watched every move the man made. And he dealt with hundreds of people. He was exceedingly kind and patient. And he was 80 years old. And my interaction with him was just a greeting, primarily. But he and I stared at each other for maybe 15 seconds after I said Buenos dias. I addressed him in Spanish. And it was eerie. He didn't break my gaze. I don't know whether he recognized me or knew I was in the small group. I don't know. But it was just as something came off of him. President Trump is trying to fix the economy, but some believe the damage is already done. As the dollar value drops, China's power and gold keep going up. I called American Hartford Gold to diversify with physical precious metals, and you might consider that as well. They will help you secure your savings with physical gold and silver delivered right to your door, or you can set up a tax advantage gold IRA. Plus, it's tax and penalty free to roll over your current 401k or IRA. With billions in precious metals delivered, thousands of five-star ratings, and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, they are the only precious metals dealer I trust. So please call or text American Hartford Gold. Tell them O'Reilly sent you, and you might get $15,000 of free silver on a qualifying order. Call 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.